pumping hard like I wish you would. Now push it. Push it good. Push it real good. Push it good. Push it real good.
You got to get that feeling.
Know every motherfucking thing, everything. You know every motherfucking thing about being yo, except how to do it. You know all the motherfucking details. You know every motherfucking part of the car, but you can't put that motherfucker together. You don't know how to put the shit together. Your motherfucking car in pieces. You know every motherfucking part. Everything, every motherfucking muscle, every capillary, every motherfucking thing about every motherfucking thing, except how to be yo. They done figured out every motherfucking macros and fucking all, every scientific angle you know about these motherfuckers know it all. They done examine the motherfucking microscopic terms and break it down in microscopic, tiny, dimensional terms of your motherfucking ass, but they still look like a fucking scarecrow. So explain that to me, that's what I don't understand. You know every fucking thing, but your ass still looks fucked up. How did that happen?
You got to get that feeling.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. These guys are the best in their sport. And a lot of people just disregard it as they had the genetics to be there, or they'll play the steroid card and say that they cheated to get to where they were. But what a lot of people don't realize is that these people gave it their heart and their soul throughout every single rep, throughout every single set, throughout every single gym session, every single day, for weeks, for months, for years, for decades, to get to where they were. That they weren't just going to go through the motions, but they were going to break through all mental barriers to get to where they wanted to be. And that's the difference between the successful people from those who are not. You know, a lot of people think that what they do in life is beneficial, and then they get frustrated when they don't see the results that they want, that other people are getting. You know, you could say to yourself, oh, I went to the gym today, so I'm better off because of it. But the question you have to ask yourself is, what did I do in the gym today? You know, what did you do in the gym today, and how did you do it?
Got a bad case of bad motherfucker syndrome. Just a bad motherfucker. Everybody knows how to wiggle their toes. Everybody knows how to wiggle their fingers. Before you can wiggle your fingers and toes, your mind must tell them to wiggle. Your mind is in control of your motherfucking physical actions. Isaac Newton didn't tell me that motherfucking shit. I figured that out. Oh my God. Your mind tells them what to do. Now, if you can control your motherfucking mind, you can control your motherfucking muscles. Command them motherfuckers to grow. I'm in charge. I'm gonna wiggle my motherfucking biceps. Wiggle my goddamn triceps, because I told them motherfuckers to wiggle. You set a limitation up here, you have already set the limitation right here. If up here told you that this can't get no bigger, guess what, motherfucker? It ain't gonna get no goddamn bigger. But if your mind tells you you can do any goddamn thing, then goddamn it, you can do it. Get this motherfucker under control. I know you motherfuckers gonna be out there talking about my form. Oh, he don't go all the way down, he don't go all the way up. Yes, motherfucker, you are correct. I don't. There's a little something I like to do myself. When I started bodybuilding training, to keep tension on the muscle at all times, never lock out. As soon as you lock out, it takes the tension off the muscle. Never lock out, keep constant tension. Talked to me a long time ago for a motherfucker older and smarter than me. So yeah, you goddamn right. I can lock out anyway, my fucking elbow won't allow me to. But, you gonna be talking shit, this is what I want you to do. I want you to get your punk ass down to the gym and just do it like I do. Just do it the same fucking way. Use the same fucked up form I use, same fucked up technique I use. Just do it that motherfucking way. See if you can do it any kind of way, motherfucker. I got a mental problem because I talk to my shit, B. They think I'm crazy. They sitting on the motherfucking couch, motherfucking arms ain't getting no bigger, and they fucking, only thing working is that goddamn thumb on the remote. But I'm a fucking fool for talking to my biceps. You the fucking fool for not talking to yours. I want to be me, goddammit. I don't want to be you. I don't even want to be a copy of you. I don't want to look nothing like your motherfucking ass. I want to be me, a unique individual. One of a motherfucking kind, goddammit. And make me and break the motherfucking mold and throw that motherfucker away. Ain't no more. Ain't no more, goddammit. I'm the last of my kind. And I stepped back and I looked in the mirror and I said, I need a little more right here. And a little more right here. And I went into the gym and I carved that little more out of motherfucking hard work.
You got to get that feeling.
Or what do you want to accomplish? Why are you training? And they will, if a guy will get up and he will say, well, I want to train because I think that if I get muscular and I feel like I'm getting the kind of definition, then I maybe can enter a bodybuilding competition. I said, sit down. I said, if you think this way, you're going to be a loser. You're never going to make it because there's no maybe. You got to get up and say, I want to be a champion. And I do whatever it takes. The amount of hours it takes, the posing, the this, the that, the visualization, looking at training footage, looking at motivational books, reading this, reading, whatever it takes, I would do. That's the answer I want to hear from you. You can detect right away those that are going to be shaky and that will fall behind and they will not go all the way, and those that are very hungry. And that hunger you have to develop because you have to create a goal for yourself, whatever that may be, a short-term goal and a long-term goal, and you got to go after that. And if you do not see it, and if you do not believe it, who else will? The body is very important, but the mind is more important than the body. You have to visualize what that body ought to look like in order to make it win, because that's what creates then the will that you need to go to the gym every day. The will that makes you go into the 4 steps, the will that makes you go beyond when you do your 500-pound reps in the squats and you can't do another rep and your body is shaking. It's the will that makes you go one more time down and struggle up one more time. And so it's all of this, so the mental aspect that motivates you and that makes the difference between you being in the gym full of joy and looking forward to doing that extra rep and looking forward to doing those extra 100 reps in the sit-ups and working past the pain barriers. That all is the mind. That's not the body. So this is why I think the body is very important, but the mind is more important than the body. So you got to go to the gym and feel like every rep that you do is getting you one step closer to that goal, to make that vision that you have turn into reality. And that's why when you look at pumping iron, for instance, you can see that we always had great joy in the gymnasium. And people always were saying, why would you laugh and have a good time? You're working at 5 hours. Well, we did because I knew that every workout, every 5 hours would get me closer to becoming the Mr. Olympia or the Mr. Universe or the Mr. World and all those things. And I think that if you think that along the way you're not going to fail, then you're blind. Because there's no one that I've ever met, no matter how successful they are, that haven't said that they had their failures along the way. You have to. I mean, the only way that you really know that you can lift 500 pounds is if you're willing to fail. So if you're afraid of failure, then you will never grow. The people that grow the furthest are the people that really don't care. They fail or they make it, they're going to take that risk because that's what you have to do.
That's how many. How many do I do? Are you the swollest motherfucker on the planet yet? No. Well, if you're not the swollest motherfucker on the planet, you got some more reps to do, son. Keep working. Don't stop until you're the biggest sidewalk cracking motherfucker there is. Never be satisfied. There's never enough, goddammit. When will my set be over? Your motherfucking set will never be over. Never ending set. No matter what you do, it's still your motherfucking set. I've been doing this shit for 30 years, and it's still my motherfucking set. So if you got under 30 years in this shit, it's still your motherfucking set. On the way up, and 210 on the way down, that's 420 goddamn reps. That's a motherfucking marathon. Rain down pain. Rain down pain on their motherfucking ass. Merciless, relentless, attack, assault, abuse them motherfucking arms. This ain't for no weak-hearted, wet noodle ass, Captain Crunch eating motherfuckers like you. That's insane, CT. 410 reps on the bench? That's fucking crazy. You goddamn right it's crazy. I don't want to be like you, but...
Can't you hear the music pumping hard like I wish you would? Now push it. Push it good. Push it real good. Push it good. Push it real good.
It's not just the work that builds a muscle. What builds your muscle is the concentration of work. Otherwise, the best built men in the world will be guys loading trucks all day. It's not work, it's the concentration of work. Now say when you're curling, say, just take a exercise like curling. We learn all this from experience, you know. This is something that you guys don't have the time. I've been doing this over 50 years. You guys aren't going to spend 50 years trying to get a body. But I've been doing this over 50. I mean, I started over 50 years ago. So the point is, when you're training, just think about the intensity. What makes training different than work? You could take a 5-pound dumbbell, and if you curl enough times, you're going to get tired. You're not working the muscle, you're tiring the muscle. Now there's a difference in working the muscle and tiring the muscle. You're not going to build a muscle tiring it. You build a muscle working it. Now the point I'm trying to get across here, you got to understand this. When I talk about the speed of your repetition, say you got a 100-pound barbell. Let's think about that. And you're curling. Say in the 10 seconds or 5 seconds it takes you to do that, you do 8 reps. Say if you're able to do 12 reps in that same period of time, you have subjected your muscle to 1,200 pounds of work in 8 seconds. Up to 800 pounds of work in 8 seconds. What do you think happens? You shock the muscle into growth. So a lot of guys you see at 1, 2, you're not going to build no real huge muscle doing that because you're not shocking it. You may be strengthening it, but you're not shocking it. But what makes the muscle grow is shocking it. The more work you can concentrate in the shortest period of time, the bigger and faster you grow. That's why we blew up like balloons if we were training, because we train like that. And we train like that instinctively. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but you can't have to be crazy, you gotta have some form with it. But not 1, 2, 3. And the guys that train that way were nowhere near as big as we were. Because you think of it, concentration of work in the shortest period of time is what shocked the muscles into growth. And that's what a lot of guys, it's that instinct. The guys that have that instinct, that feeling, are the ones that grow. The ones that walk around looking for somebody to direct them, they don't do it. You got to get that feeling.
Now we're going to be doing sets of 10 repetitions just for the sake of showing you the correct movement of the exercise. In my workouts, I generally do 2 sets of each exercise. The first set is a lighter weight with 12 repetitions. Then I increase the weight on the second set and generally do around 10. Actually, my first set is around 10 to 12 repetitions. Increase the weight, 8 to 10 repetitions on the second set. I stretch between sets. This is something that if you're not used to, you should get used to, because stretching between sets is a very good thing. It keeps your muscles warm, helps you get a better pump in your workout. And that's something that should be your goal every workout, is getting a good pump. In other words, blood rushes to aid the exercising muscle and the muscles swell up. Pump is a swell feeling in your muscles in more than one way. And you always want to strive for that, getting a pump in your workout. And so, you know, I found over the years I used to do a lot more sets than 2 sets. I used to do 3, 4, 5 sets of everything, even more sometimes, training for competition. But I found 2 sets now to be just about right. And so you could add as many sets as you want, but my policy is to go up and wait on every set and stretch between sets. So the other thing that's important is rhythm. Each repetition should be as if it were to a beat. You will hear it. Actually, as you do each repetition, it should be with a certain cadence. It should be rhythmic. If you are playing music, and music is a good thing to listen to while you're training, always remember to stretch between sets. Sometimes you forget. And if you do, just go back and stretch. There are about 10 stretches we're going to do, and when you incorporate these into your workout, you have a very effective routine. So the combination of doing slower negatives makes lighter weights feel heavier. Doing them in a rhythmic form helps you get a good pump, and that's basically what you want to do. Along with stretching, will give you fantastic workouts.